All right, welcome back to another episode of the 2023 MLB Draft Show. This is the Speed Edition. Enrique Bradfield Jr., the Pride, Pembroke Pines, Florida, Vanderbilt's own. Enrique, what's going on, man?
How you doing? I'm doing great. Excited to be on and be able to sit down and chat with you.
Absolutely, man. Let's talk a little bit about who Enrique Bradfield is on the field. We're going to get to the speed and the stolen bases, of course, but could you tell the viewers, tell the listeners a little bit more about yourself? Talk about who are you on the baseball field, kind of what's your profile, and then off the field, passions, hobbies, interests, how you like to kill your time.
Yeah, on the field, I'm a very competitive individual. I like competition. That's one of my driving factors and why I do what I do. At the level I do it at, I wanna be known as and regarded as one of the best players to step on the field, whether it's this level, the next level. I just really enjoy the team environment, competition, the relationships that I've been able to build and forge through playing baseball have been something that I keep like very close to me. So those are the reasons why I play the game. Off the field, I'd say my interests are they're pretty normal, like simple stuff. I play a lot of video games. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I'm into cars, love combat sports, UFC, and then I love WWE as well. So those are some things I use to kill my time.
I like it, man. I like it. Well rounded. Let's talk a little bit about Vanderbilt right off the gate. What's the number one thing that Vanderbilt has provided you over the last 2 years? Where have you grown the most thanks to the Commodores?
Vanderbilt has been able to provide me with a lot of places to grow. First and foremost, definitely academically. I've been able to really tap into academics since stepping on this campus. High standards and high academic achievement is something that I really wanted to try and excel at this level. Coming from the environment that I came from at American Heritage, they basically took it a step up and it basically set a good foundation for who I see myself becoming as a person. So I think academically that has been the best. This has been the best situation for me to be in.
I like that. I got a good question for you specifically. People throw around narratives about your profile, your speed, your defense. What do you think the one part of your game that is undersold is? Like, what are you better at that people don't give you enough credit for?
I think people definitely underestimate how strong I am, and I think that is something that is highly undervalued in my profile. I'm 21 years old. I'm gonna keep getting stronger. I came into college at 140, 145, and I'm walking around 170 now. So that's something that I've seen tremendous growth in since I've been here. So I would say probably just my strength level.
Is that something that you've kind of made an emphasis this winter? Is adding muscle, getting stronger, impacting the baseball more? Like, what does your training and development look like over the winter?
Over the winter, it's pretty normal strength training, and speed work and conditioning is kind of like the whole package there. But I think the biggest emphasis for me since I got to school is kind of really tapping into maintaining a good lifestyle and developing good routines as far as eating well, like my eating habits and the hours I'm sleeping have really been able to help me grow in that area. So it's kind of making it a lifestyle more than anything that has helped me get to where I am right now.
I like that. I like that. So, 2023, you're going to be roaming center field, showing off the speed, showing off the hit tool for Vanderbilt. You get a lot of comparisons. Kenny Lofton is the one that's thrown around a lot. Is there a player that you kind of modeled your game after, or you think your game reminds you of from the big league level?
From the big league level, another player that I actually got to spend time with this past Christmas break was Juan Pierre, and I got
Hmm.
to meet him and talk to him about his game and his experience, and we just sat there talking baseball and just talking about life in general. But that's another player that played in the big leagues for a very long time and was very successful with a smaller profile. now I think I'm going to be able to grow into a bigger size and be able to add on some more weight as I get a little older. So a player I love watching and I would definitely want to model my game after is a person like Byron Buxton. I
Mm.
think his development since he got into professional baseball has been very interesting, just to be able to see all his adjustments that he's made at the plate, and then the way he plays outfield and is able to really cover the entire field. He's just a versatile player, and I think I'm gonna bring that dynamic to the next level.
Yeah, Buxton has really spiked in the bat speed category ever since arriving to pro ball. He's gotten bigger and stronger. Vanderbilt at the cutting edge of tech, at the cutting edge of, you know, data. Is exit velocity, is launch angle, is that something that you pay attention to at this stage in your career, or are you mostly just a feel guy?
I definitely I pay attention to exit velocity, at least on the level of knowing how I'm impacting the ball during games. Launch angle is something that we never really discuss in that term.
Mhm.
We kind of use a different system that we have here and keep us more centered. I don't really like to get into the launch angle and all that stuff, but I definitely pay attention to my exit velocity. The harder you hit the ball, the more success you're gonna have. So I definitely want to try and hit the ball as hard as I can on a consistent basis.
Now, in terms of your off-season training, is that something that you train around? Do you train around upping your exit velocities, or is it just generalized strength gains?
It's generalized strength gains. I'm not really training around my exit velocity, like wanting to increase it or anything like that. I'm kind of just going through my strength and conditioning program, and I'll see those gains somewhere down the road. Last year, I hit 8 home runs. The year before, I hit 1 home run, but it wasn't just because I got stronger or faster. My swing was a little different mechanically that allowed me to put myself in better positions in the box. So there's a multitude of things that allow an individual to probably gain bat speed.
Yeah, I agree with that. Last year we spent a lot of time with Chandler Simpson, and Chandler Simpson said that he is without question the fastest player in the country. And I gotta ask, a year later now, 8 months later, Enrique, are you the fastest player in the country? Can you beat Chandler Simpson in a foot race? How much do you value and take pride in your speed?
I value it, and I take a lot of pride in my speed, but I also take pride in knowing how to use your speed on the field. There's a lot of guys who can be fast, but they might not be able to use it well. And I know Chandler is a great player, and he's able to utilize his speed to his ability. But I definitely think I could probably take him in a race. Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths one time down the future and be able to set it up.
I like it. I like it. So Vanderbilt this year, what sort of team goals do you guys have? I mean, obviously the goal is always to win it all, but is there anything specific that as a team you guys are looking to achieve?
And we're just looking to have harmony among the group and kind of get together. We spend so much time together throughout the fall, and it's like a 4 month period where we're nonstop with each other. So it's kind of just building our relationships, friendships. Because going down 5, 10 years down the road, we're gonna remember who we were doing it with, where we were, so things like that, and then we're just going to try and really maximize our potential as a group going forward, and that's all we can really focus on.
We'll rewind here really quick before we kind of jump off the field with some questions that are out of left field. But how was playing for USA this year? What sort of an impact did that have on you?
It was a great experience, just to be able to surround myself with the guys and the coaching staff that I was a part of. It was guys who I played with and against in the travel ball circuit throughout high school. So that opportunity just to be able to spend time with them at this level was something special. A bunch of friendships were made, and the relationships are probably what I'll take from the experience the most.
Talk about those relationships. Is there one guy that over that 6 to 8 week period you really clicked with?
Yeah, there are a ton of guys, but one guy in specific is of course Dylan Cruz. You know, we
Mm.
stood next to each other the entire trip, and we spent a lot of time with each other. It's like I've known Dylan since we were younger, but we've never really spent a lot of time together. So this was like the first opportunity I really got to see how he functioned and how he worked in his space. So it was great just to be able to sit with him and talk about baseball, about other things, and just build a real relationship with him.
I'll leave you with this last question in terms of the next steps. What are you looking for in a future employer? If everything breaks your way and you do end up going pro, is there a certain way that you like to be coached? Or do you like a hard-nosed coach? Do you like an analytic coach? Like, how do you like to tick?
I can play for anybody. I've played for hard nosed coaches. My high school coach, Bruce Avon, he was a professional baseball player, played in the big leagues for a time. He was a hard nosed guy. Corbin he's a life coach and he's a motivator, so he definitely knows how to get people to tick. So probably I'd say I could play for a hard nosed baseball coach, but I'll play for anybody.
Okay. Well, let's leave you with a couple of questions here, get you out of here. I'm excited for this one because we don't talk to a lot of Vanderbilt guys too often. But first question, off the wall. What's the funniest Tim Corbin story that you're willing to share?
Funniest Tim Corbin story that I'm willing to share. Yeah, I'll give it this. Freshman year, we're at LSU. Uh, we're playing at the box Friday night. It's about maybe the eighth inning. We're up maybe 8-2, somewhere in that range, and I'm having a pretty good game. I'm feeling confident. I have a couple hits, a couple runs. A routine fly ball gets hit to center field, and I kind of like a hot dog it for a quick second because I was having a good night. Next thing you know, the ball clanks off my wrist, hits up, falls on the ground for and I basically come off the field and he walks by me and he just says use two hands. Doesn't look at me, doesn't break his concentration of what he was doing, but he just says use two hands. Then we're in the hotel after dinner and we're grabbing dinner in the team meeting room and I'm walking with my plate and he was like, whoa, you got to use two hands. So he made me carry my plate with two hands for the rest of the trip.
Always teaching, Tim
Yeah.
Corbin, always teaching. Okay, second question for you. In your 2 years at Vanderbilt, who is the one player that has left the biggest impact on you?
I'd say it's definitely got to be Kumar. It's got to be Kumar. And Jack would be a close second if I had to pick a second player. The way those guys worked, and they're complete opposite individuals, you can say,
Hmm.
but being able to watch them both and how they worked in their spaces was pretty special, and I was able to learn a lot from them. Jack was a little more quiet, reserved at times, but he was definitely able to tap into his mode. He was very calculated, and so was Kumar. So those are two guys who I probably picked up the most on from being teammates.
Okay, I'm excited to ask you this last question, then we'll let you go. You know, you mentioned you like contact sports, WWE, cars, YouTube videos. I think this is going to be a good question for you. What is the one random fact that you know about anything that lives rent free in your brain that not a lot of other people might know?
The one random fact that I know, yeah, got a chance to meet Dana White actually maybe 2 years ago, and I actually know that he's been banned from many casinos in Las Vegas because he doesn't just gamble; he wins a lot of money. So I had a chance to actually ask him that in person, and he was surprised I knew that.
That's a pretty good one. No, that's a pretty good one. And Dana White, he is he's a polarizing figure. So I love it. Enrique Bradfield, center fielder, Vanderbilt University. I think there's going to be a big year in store for Vanderbilt, and I'm excited to see how you contribute, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been fun getting to sit down and talk to you.